Hello everybody and welcome to Attack on Titan Final Season, Episode 3, Anime Review. We're still firmly in what I'm going to call a preamble. It doesn't feel like things have really got going yet. However, that doesn't mean it's not really interesting. It is. This episode, we caught sort of flashback. We saw how things got to where they are from Reiner and the Warriors' point of view. So we see like the earlier stuff, like the attack on Shiganshina and other stuff too. Which is really interesting, I think. Like seeing exactly, like, hey, here's the chronology in case you weren't paying attention. Which raises a lot of interesting points. Like when they destroyed the wall, they were just like little kids. They were like 9 or whatever, like Eren was. Which is kind of crazy to think about when you actually sit down and realize that. That's pretty mental. We also, of course, at the end of the episode had the reveal of person. I'm about 85% sure it's Eren, like from the voice, the hair and the eyes matching. I've not read the manga, don't spoil it if you have, but I'm pretty sure that's Eren, like pretty damn sure. The only question is why is he there, which we don't find out this week, but hey, like I said, with his appearance, feels like things are going to start getting going properly, pretty soon. But for right now, let's jump into the episode, see exactly how everything went down, and do this thing. We open up by learning a little bit more about Reiner. So Reiner's dad, it turns out, was Marleyan. Of course, his mum, Eldian. So they don't live with their dad because, you know, you can't be fraternizing with the Marleyans. They're not going to be cool with that. What it turns out happens probably is they probably got a bit too tipsy. Reiner probably wasn't meant to happen. I think that's a polite way to say it, which is a bit harsh. Reiner wanted to become a warrior, to become a Marleyan, then live happily with his dad and his mum together and everything. That's, what he was fighting for. He wanted his family complete, which is a nice goal. Should probably mention we're like Kid Reiner now. He's not the beaten down man he is today. He was in the warrior unit, and then this other kid told him, you're the worst candidate. This guy is now the Jaw Titan, just like in present day. I think he's the Jaw Titan. I forget his name exactly. All Reiner's got is his loyalty. He's not the fastest, not the quickest, not the toughest. That's all he's got. After he got beat up a little bit by the other kid, Bertolt was there, helped him up, and then Annie was there too. And he was like, I got 13 years to be a hero, and then my parents will be proud of me. And I'm like, Reiner's not evil, is he? Reiner's not evil at this point. And then at the same time as him saying that, it cuts to Eren saying, man, I wish something would happen. He's still a kid. This is just before Armin brings him the book where they learn about the ocean and all that. So that's where we are matching up timeline-wise, which I really like it did that. It makes it pretty crazy when you think about what was going on in the background in like those early episodes that you would have never predicted. If you predicted it, you're a liar. They then go through everyone who got the Titan powers. So Annie is the female Titan, Reiner the armored Titan, Marcel is the Jaw Titan. He got eaten by Ymir. We find out, well, we already knew that, but you know what I mean, later on. Zeke, the Beast Titan. Piek is the Cart Titan. The Cart Titan is the one with the backpack, in case you were wondering. And then Bertolt, the Colossal Titan. The 6 of them, 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 6 of them are being sent to the island alone. And they also, demolished a small nation just off the coast of Marley that probably were causing trouble. So, just to show they're pretty damn good. That one kid, again, forgot his name. Oh man, I've forgotten his name. It's gone. I'll remember at some point. He's annoyed he wasn't chosen, and then Marcel is all like to Reiner. He's like, "I'm sorry, Reiner," because Reiner got chosen instead. And he's like, "Weird. Why did he say sorry?" They get like a parade in their honor. They go through the street. They're like waving to everyone, like, "Oh, we're honorary Marleyans," and it's like, yeah, that's just to appease them basically, so they don't. So they'll fight without causing much trouble. Reiner spots a guy who he figures is his dad. He's a genius, figured it out. It is his dad, it turns out. However, even though Reiner, honorary Marleyan, he's a warrior now, he's got a Titan, his dad still wants nothing to do with him, because basically, if I'm associated with an Eldian, that would destroy my business and my life, so I don't want nothing to do with you, basically. And Reiner's like, oh, well, that kind of sucks. However, he realizes, as he sets off, well, I've still got my mum, so I'm still going to go do what I got to do. And it's like, it's almost quite heroic. That's the wrong word, I think. But, he's got adversity and he's fighting through it. But you know, he's the bad guy. Is he the bad guy? Can we call him the bad guy? Is anyone a bad guy at this point? Who knows? So the kids get sent to the island where, you know, Reiner shouts at them because they're all having second thoughts about killing the devils and everything. Everyone's a bit like, don't know what we should do really. And Reiner's like, guys, we got to kill the devils and be proper things. Marcel then tells Reiner, hey, you weren't supposed to be a Titan. I slagged off my brother and, you know, made it so that you seem better. Like, it's not because you did good, it's because I made my brother seem really bad. And then, yeah, immediately after he says that, then Marcel gets eaten by Ymir and everyone runs away. Reiner runs away first, like a coward, and thinks they all got eaten. Annie and Bertolt then show up just after. Presumably, what was her name? Pieck?
Pieck probably was hiding somewhere, and then Zeke, you know, he re-emerged later on as well. Wonder where Pieck was hiding. Maybe we'll get to that at some point. They'll be like, here's where Pieck was hiding for most of the series before she showed up at the end. Annie and Bertolt show up with Reiner to where Reiner is. They want to find the Jaw Titan and then leave because, hey, Marcel was like our leader. This mission's kind of doomed without him. However, Reiner says, hey, we've got to stay. This is all going to turn out to be my fault, and then I'll get eaten, you know, to get the Titan power passed on. And Annie, of course, he's like, we can't leave without the Founding Titan, because he doesn't want to get in trouble, basically, putting it bluntly. Annie is all annoyed because he's trying to save his own ass. He doesn't care about the others, doesn't care about the mission. He's just trying to save himself. After all that talk. So then Annie absolutely kicks the bejesus out of Reiner, like kicks the crap out of him. He was bleeding a lot. It was pretty cool though. She says, take the blame and die. And then as she like walks away, like, I'm badass, then it just cuts to Reiner's like right behind her bloodied face, and oh, it's such a good shot. And then he puts her in a chokehold and he's like, if we need Marcel as a leader, I will be, you know, a leader like Marcel and everything. And then they're like, we'll go back to our hometown together. And it's, you know, it's all tying in, because remember they said that before, but now we know what that means. And then of course they broke the wall. We see them break the wall and everything, and it's pretty crazy seeing it from like Reiner's perspective, because like when you in like the beginning, right, season 1 when they broke the wall, you just think, man, these guys are assholes, you know. But really, it's like they had, Reiner at least thought they had no other option. Like, he was pretty doomed if they didn't do what they had to do. So the plan was never to break the wall. They probably would have done a better job doing their mission if they just snuck in. But of course they're idiot kids, so of course they're gonna bust the wall down and, you know, inadvertently cause the retaliation. You know, that's definitely a thing they did. And then, you know, we see later on they sneak into the shelter with Eren in that, so they're all in the same shelter, which is crazy. It is pretty mental. You like see him in the background. It's like, whoa. And then we go to the cadet thing, and the dude asks Reiner, why are you here? And he's like, I'm here to save humanity. I forget if that was in season 1, that line, but like hearing it now, it's like, oh my god, it has so much more meaning now. Now it's like, now knowing all the context, it's like, oh my god, this is crazy. Then things get a little bit weird. So some blonde girl, who I thought at first was Annie, but now I'm thinking maybe it might not be Annie. If it's Annie, let me know. If it's not, don't let me know, because, you know, this is purely on me. But she's tailing Kenny, and then saying something about Kenny being her father, which of course can't be Kenny can't be Annie's father. But then who's this random blonde girl, and what's the random cut to Kenny for? Is it just to show Kenny? Who knows? Annie, we're at the training area now, so it would be weird if it was Annie, unless she's sneaking out. Annie still wants to take the info they've got back to Marley, and Reiner was like, we do not have enough info. And then, of course, Reiner was the one who came up with the idea to destroy Walrose as well. That was the Battle of Trust District that caused that. Reiner, though, as he's talking, he's starting to see all the other people he's hanging out with as their friends a little bit. And then, of course, there's this guy in the fields they were talking to who hung himself, which is a bit... okay, why exactly did that happen? After, like, he told them a story and then he hung himself. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's a bit morbid, but whatever. Eren was then exhausted because he was crap, basically, and he was like, Reiner, how do I be strong and good like you? And Reiner was all like, you just gotta do what you gotta do, kid, and he like helps him up. Again, if that was in the original and I've forgotten about it, way crazier in context, you know, with the context of everything that is going on. Yeah, if these are actual callbacks and not just, hey, here's something that means a lot more now, you know, insane. Insanity. In fact, they also, like, you know, link arms like bros do. Then we cut back to the not real world, but the present day, and Reiner has got a gun of some description in his mouth, he's gonna kill himself, basically, which is just a bit like, oh, Reiner, why? However, he heard Falco outside being like, no, I can't let this go on, and then that causes Reiner to realise, yes, I've still got the new candidates, I can, protect them, I've got them, I don't have nothing, because he lost basically everything. He realises he still has them. Falco then meets long-haired person that had trauma from before, remember, from last thing, and he was like, actually no, I'm fine. I was just pretending. I got worse things. He says he hopes he gets to live a long life and everything. He can't go back. This long-haired mysterious person, like, I can't go home. I think he said he'd be embarrassed to go home or something. I forget exactly his words. Falco tells him, hey, he doesn't want Gabby to become a warrior, right? And long-haired guy says, like, hey, if people knew what war was like, no one would go to war. He says a lot of good lines. And, there is a point when you listen to him, like, his voice sounds really familiar, doesn't it? Everyone has got something driving them, which I like him saying that too, because it's completely weird that he would say it, if it is indeed Eren, which I think it is, because I think that's something Kenny said to Levi in Season 3, if I remember right, when he was, before he died. People who push their own back, like, basically, if you go to war because you got to, because something's driving you to do it, then, then, like, you need the money, you need whatever, then, it's hell. But if you go to war just for war, right, I think this is what he was saying, people who push their own backs can see beyond the hell. So if you go to war, with the intention of going to war and not because you have to, then you'll see through the hell. What will you see? Might be another hell, might be paradise. Only those who keep moving forward will ever know. And then it like close up on his face, and yeah, the hair and the eye colour. It's bloody Eren Yeager, isn't it? It definitely looks like him. If it's not, that's crazy. And I was like, is that Eren? Is that? But, it went from confusion to like, is that Eren? To like, holy crap, is that Eren? To like, oh my god, that's Eren. So I'm about 85% sure it's Eren. Don't tell me if it is, Mangaritas, please. But yeah, that was where we ended the episode. If that is Eren, then his reappearance raises so many questions. Why is he there? And why is he not with the rest of the scouts? We saw Jean in episode 1, so presumably they are in Marley, all of them. So why is Eren not with them? Is he doing some scouting? Is he gone rogue? I think he's only got one leg at the moment as well. So that's also a thing. Of course, it will regrow it when, bites his tongue. Or his thumb, not his tongue. But yeah, that was probably the end of the episode. I'm really looking forward to seeing where we go from here. I mean, I say it every week, but it's really interesting. Even when it's not being all and out action, which is, I don't think final season has been too much. Episode 1 a little bit, but it's interesting. It's interesting seeing what they're doing. I can't wait to see it. I assume Eren might be there to just, I've said I think we're gonna get, bad Eren, so to speak, where like, hey, we're gonna see it from the Eldian point of view. Eren's gonna, ruin everything they've built, and then, it's meant to be like, oh, Eren and them are fighting back against the people that imprisoned them on the island, but what we're gonna be seeing is random Titan destroying all these people's houses, It's definitely interesting. I look forward to seeing how it is, but that is however many weeks away, who knows. For right now, though, let's see what my favourite part of this week's episode was. Let's have a look. So my favourite part is just seeing the different event, or the same event, sorry, and how they played out from the opposite side. Like going through, like, here's how the wall got destroyed, here's how the second wall got destroyed. The only bit I didn't really get was the bit with Kenny. Like, was that Annie he was talking to, or was that someone else? It would make more sense for it to be someone else. But then, like, I'm like, why is it relevant? I don't get how it's relevant. If I've missed something, let me know. If it's something that's not been revealed yet, obviously, don't let me know. But do tell me if it was Annie or not, because I don't think it was, but it's a blonde girl, so it could be, is the logic I got there. But anyway, yeah, it's very enjoyable to see where it's going and everything. I'm wondering, I mean, I assume we're going to get Reiner and Eren fighting again. Maybe Eren will kill Reiner, and then one of the new, like Gabby or probably Falco, will eat Reiner, and then he'll become the Armored Titan, and maybe even he'll defeat Eren. I don't know, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if we saw that, seeing almost the scouts be portrayed as the villains. Oh, I could almost see that happening, because the warrior candidates aren't necessarily, they're not evil, are they? They're all right. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens. I'm looking forward to it. But anyway, thank you everybody for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please subscribe and stuff for more reviews. That would help me out a lot. Comment as well what you think's going to happen, unless you're a manga reader, because you know what's going to happen. But anyway, see you next week. Take care, and bye, guys.